Hey, welcome to this breakdown of my pedal board. My name is Bruce Garris. I'm a guitar player with a band called the Calypso Poets. We're based out of Wilmington, North Carolina, Wrightsville Beach. Here's a look at my setup right now. You'll see the Pod HD and the TC Electronics gear there, and since that picture was taken, I've added another TC Electronics product, which you'll see in just a minute. This board is set up, it's kind of two L-shaped pieces of plywood, and there's a hinge so that it opens up. You'll see the hasps on the side, and then the handle on the top. This is all made just from stuff at Home Depot. Total cost on this thing is less than about $30. So you'll kind of see the little carabiner clips on the side, and they're pretty simple. You just snap them out and the hasp flips up. We do that on both sides. And there we go. It's pretty rugged, pretty heavy duty. You'll see the top just folds down. Inside the top, you'll notice there that green cord, that's an extension cord. It's about a 20-foot heavy-duty extension cord. I put towel hangers from Home Depot there to wrap that cord around. And you'll see the hinges. It's just standard hinges with a zip tie on the end of the piece there, just so you can pull them out. You don't need any kind of special equipment. Don't need a hammer or a screw or anything, screwdriver to pull them out. They just slide right in and out. And then there you go. We've taken the protective cover off. We're going to set that aside here for just a minute, and we'll come back to it because it's sort of does its own thing. There's a reason that it's there like that. But yeah, you'll see the extension cord there, just a couple of shower hooks hold that in place. And I'm thinking about putting a couple more on just for some extra cables, some XLR cables and 1/4-inch cables just to have as spares. But here's the pedal board itself. You'll see the hooks, and there's more shower hooks on there, which I use for routing cables across the back end of the pedal board. So we'll come around here and we'll kind of lay it down. And you can see it's a decent size. I want to say it's about 28 inches wide, and it holds the pedal board. And there's the other piece of TC Electronics gear. It's the voice tone, the harmonizer, and the voice correct. I play a lot of acoustic stuff, and my singing is unfortunately not all that great, but with the TC Electronics stuff it works out well. You can see the foot pedal for my Fender twin amp back there, the TC gear, the power strip in the back, and that's all held down with zip ties. Since the pedal board is made out of plywood, it's pretty simple. You just kind of put things where you want them, drill a hole through the board, and then zip tie it all down. I got some 18-inch zip ties from Home Depot, and it holds it all pretty darn securely. Now that's the shower hooks I was telling you about. The power cord is permanently routed through there. I've got it zip tied down, but you'll see the hooks there kind of overlapped, and I can run all the XRL cables or XLR cables. I have a 4-cable snake that comes out of the TC gear and out of the pod, and it all routes through that. It just makes a nice clean layout. There's no cables laying around. I also covered the board with some fabric that I got at Walmart for a couple of bucks. I just coated the whole board with some glue and just stuck the fabric down, and when it dried it made a nice pretty cool cover. Those are some feet that I stole off an old amp, just some stainless feet, and when you put the whole top on and put it together, it stands up nice, and I don't have to worry about the fabric wearing out, and it looks good from off stage as well, just a kind of a matte fabric finish. And it stands up nicely. It's got a decent balance to it. The board itself is pretty heavy. You'll notice the duct tape. That's the bottom side where the zip ties come through, and just so they don't get caught on anything, put some duct tape over those. Now if we go over and grab the top to this pedal board, it's more than just a protective cover. The way that it's set up, it actually mounts both frontwards and backwards on the pedal board, and I'll show you here what that looks like. You'll see I put some little feet on there on that as well. And I'll show you what that does. We take the cover, and if we turn it around, we can actually put it back on with the hinges. But if we do it backwards, so it's upside down, which in this case sort of makes it facing right side up here, It's not how we would put it on if we were going to fold it closed to protect it. But if we set it up this way and then put the hinges back in, you see how it just lines up there. Whoop. That's the two little things for the hinges. We just slide that right on through. It's kind of hard to do without looking at it. I'm holding the camera. Sorry, I'm not doing a great job of that, but you can see you just kind of slide each one through. And then what you have behind the pedal board is a nice little platform there that you can put on a stage monitor. So it folds up and down. That's why I've got the little feet, the little felt feet on the back of that. But that kind of lets you set up a little spot for all your gear that's not going to get kicked or tripped over, and you can run cords and cables underneath it. And that's sort of what it looks like when I typically will play with it when I do an acoustic set. Got the couple little small monitors there, my little board, and it's all self-contained in one spot, and I don't have to worry about anything happening to it. And also, the board itself is tall enough that it'll hold a little light as well. So, hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to leave some feedback, I'd love some constructive criticism. I had fun making the board. I use it. It's pretty heavy duty, but there's a lot I could learn. So if you got any thoughts, please share them.